Yes, my guys, welcome to another DAAAFT video. Hope you're having a beautiful and fantastic day. In this video, I'm going to be doing a quick preview of the PSV Eindhoven versus the mighty, not so mighty Arsenal. Game in the Champions League. We used to be very, very mighty, but right now, without the striker and the way we're playing, we're not playing like people that has been mighty in the past. But anyways, we'll see, because this Champions League is our last chance of winning a trophy. You can see the smile on my face. I don't believe that. But I would like to hope that we are able to do something and maybe win the trophy, because at the end of the day, you don't have to be the best team in the Champions League to win the trophy. You just have to be the most smart, the most hardworking, the most clever, and the most dangerous to take advantage and capitalize on mistakes by other people. Do we fit this criteria at this point in time? It doesn't look like it. But there's one thing that we know our defense is very, very good. Even though we are toothless, we can come up with goals on a given day. But the path to the Champions League final is looking very, very tricky and dicey. So we'll take it one game at a time. One game at a time. Right. Currently, I think in the last 3 seasons, we've played PSV back to back. We played them in the Europa League. We played them last season. I think the first game of the Champions League last season, as well as now we're scheduled to play them this season in the round of 16. It's going to be very, very interesting. But let's look at some form of Arsenal and PSV Eindhoven, right? The first thing that we need to know is that we are both second in our leagues. Arsenal are second in the league. PSV are also second in their league. They are 8 points off the league leaders. And us, on the other hand, we are 13 points behind the league leaders. So basically, and we played 27 games, 11 games to go, right? So which means that even if Liverpool draws all their games to the end of the season, we are still not going to win the league, because we know Arsenal will still drop points. So, it's a tricky one. And congrats to Liverpool. But yeah, let's look at the overall form. As usual, I look at this from soccerpunter.com. Right, so in the terms of Champions League, we've only lost one game in the Champions League. That was Inter, and we've won every single game since then. They, on the other hand, they lost to Brest 1-0. They've won 2 against Red Star Belgrade. They beat Liverpool. Time Liverpool at all. So I think Liverpool had qualified at then. They lost to Juventus in the playoff. That playoff like 2 or 3 weeks ago. They lost to Juventus 2-1, and then they beat Juventus 3-1. So it shows draw here, which of aggregate overall was a draw, but because of the away goal, I believe, because I didn't watch the game, they knocked them out. Juventus 2-1, they 3-1. So they had more goals at home compared to Juventus. Obviously, they qualified. But in the league, they are also having a bad run. Even though they are only 8 points behind the league leaders, they're also having a bad form overall. So they've only had 2 draws overall. That one included in Juventus 1. So let's just say it's a win. So they've had 1 win in 5, literally, right? 1 win in 5. We, on the other hand, we have 2 wins in 5. So does that give us some hope going into the game? I don't know, man. I don't know. Just because I watch Arsenal game, I don't really watch the PSV game. I can't really say if that should give us hope. On paper, it should give us hope. But in reality, we know how we play. We see how boring and dragging that our gameplay is. Even though we came up with some wonder goals against Leicester. Can we hope that happens again? Maybe. If Van Nistelrooy was still the manager of PSV, then maybe I would have said that would be the case. But obviously, it's not Van Nistelrooy right now. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Champions League matches overall, they've played 10 matches in the Champions League. They won 4, drew 3, and lost 3. We, on the other hand, played 8. We won 6, drew 1, and lost 1. Drew to Atalanta, lost to Inter Milan. But in terms of head-to-head in Europe, we've met PSV 8 times. 8 times between Arsenal and PSV. We've won 3, they've won twice, and we've both drawn on 3 occasions. So it's going to be a close game, as you can see. And as I said, in the previous 3 seasons, we've met them back to back, and this were the score line. So both in Europa League and Champions League. I'm not going to go all the way back to the 2007 ones. Let's talk about from Arteta playing. Arteta taking over at Arsenal. So in the 2022-2023 seasons in the Europa League, at home we beat them 1-0 at home that season, and then when we went to their ground, they beat us 2-0, and so we're knocked out of the competition that season. I believe that's what happened. Oh no, we played them in the group stage. I think we still managed to go through, but basically that's our head-to-head, right? We beat them at home. They beat us away 2-0. Last season, on the first day of the Champions League, match day 1, with Saka opening his goal in the Champions League, we were like, yes, we are back finally. We smashed them 4-0. I remember Saka scoring. I remember Gabriel Jesus scoring. I should have done my research to remember everyone else, but it doesn't matter. It matters, but I don't feel like it, to be fair. Like, there's no need pumping myself up for the game, because the on the other side it's going to be difficult. But yeah, 4-0. We beat them 4-0 at the Emirates, and in the second leg, return leg, it was a 1-1 draw. We're beaten. You can see we're leading 1-0 at halftime, and at the end it ended up a 1-1. So this season, what will be the score line? What will be the prediction? Who knows? Should Arteta stick to the same formation? Should Arteta change formation? Should we change personnel? Should we do what we've been doing and hope for the best? Remains to be seen. But in terms of their danger men, they have Johan Bakayoko. That guy is a very, very tricky winger. He's not clinical, but he can cause problems on this day. And their striker is another danger man, Luke de Jong. He scored 11 goals, 5 assists so far for them in their in this season. So dangerous. We don't have strikers. We don't have really good forwards right now. So our only danger man right now is really Ethan Nwaneri. But I've not seen the post-match conference or the pre-match conference by Arteta, so I don't know if he's still if he's injured or is available to play. But anyways, I don't watch that pre-match conference because Arteta does not reveal anything. He keeps his cards close to his chest. So we'll see what happens. But I think danger man Ethan, the closest other danger man that might do something, I don't know, maybe Gabriel from set piece, right? But anyways, we hope for a win. Let us get through this PSV first leg, and then we'll talk about the second leg at the Emirates. And if we can get through that as well, we then discuss how we are going to survive the Madrids, either Atleti or Real. So it's going to be a tight run to get to the semis, to get to the to the final, but we see how it goes. Maybe by a block of miracle, Arteta channels all of his inner tactics and flexibility and motivate the boys to be able to do their best. Then we'll see how that goes. Now, predicted starting 11 with my limited knowledge of the squad right now. Obviously, Raya is going to be in goal. The back four of Miles Lewis Kelly, because his red card does not affect the Champions League. So Miles Lewis Kelly, Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, as well as Julian Timber. Right, so midfield trio, obviously, of Partey, Rice, Odegaard, and the front three. I'm going to say, Arteta is going to play Merino, Trossard, Ethan. I think that will be his starting lineup. But I would have preferred to still see Sterling in the middle. So Trossard, Sterling, Ethan would be what I hope he's going to play, but we'll see. Is he going to switch formations and play back five so that we have Tierney in there as well and Calafiori, so that Calafiori can go up top and kind of like give us some kind of option in attack? Who knows? We'll see what happens on the day. But my predicted score line, I'm hoping for a tight 1-0 victory, a very tight 1-0 victory. Or a 2-1. Let's say 2-1 because they have forwards and they're going to take advantage. Bakayoko might be able to be a danger on our pain our neck and they score 1 goal. But I'm hoping for a tight, basically 1 goal margin. We win by a 1 goal margin is what I'm going to go for. But you guys, you let me know what you think in the comments section below. Please press the like button, subscribe if you're new or yet to do so. Check out Run of Play podcast that dropped on Tuesday, where me and another Arsenal and United fans kind of talk about our clubs, and we also have a preview of the Manchester United game coming at the weekend. I'm going to release my own in the channel here as well. But in the meantime as well, please check out Scatteryan Podcast. Scatteryan Podcast is not a football podcast, it's just a societal podcast. So if you just want to know what's going on in Nigeria, or just hear us banter about society and what goes on in society and how it affects our behavior, please check out Scatteryan Podcast. Obviously, please like those content as well. We really appreciate it. Subscribe once again, because it's going to help us to grow quicker and build this community, and so we can give you more interesting content. I have lots of ideas of shows in my mind, but I don't want to release everything on time. Otherwise, I'm just going to clog this Toves corner at this point in time. But anyways, hope you guys have a wonderful rest of day, wonderful rest of week, and let's hope for an Arsenal win. So, come on, you Gunners. Peace.
Psst, psst. Oi. Subscribe. Press subscribe. Thank you.